Hello there. Today I'm going to show you different ways to draw out your blade if your opponent is coming from the front of you, to the side of you, or behind you. The first one we're going to learn is the front draw, and you want to make sure that when you draw your blade that your blade is horizontal with the blade facing outward towards your opponent. You don't want to draw with your blade facing inward, and that's kind of a hard draw anyway because it's going to be a weird way of pulling out your blade. And you don't want to draw your blade out straight out and then try to twist your blade out horizontally. There are three different ranges. This is what I call the line of attack. Basically, you have the high, mid, and low. So as you can imagine, the low would be towards the knee area, the mid would be here towards this area here, and the high would be towards here, this area here. So what you want to do is when you draw your blade, you want to twist your sword like this, in this direction. Now I prefer to hold my blade facing downwards, whereas most traditional martial artists that practice the katana will have their blade facing up. So if this is the case, you want to turn your blade in that direction. Okay. As we go like this, the enemy approaches, and we want to go ahead and turn our blade. And most often, if I'm here like this, the enemy approaches. What you want to do is you don't want to step into your enemy. You want to step backwards. So usually I step back with the foot or the leg where my katana is located. Step back so that way I have time to draw. And then as he approaches and it comes into my space, I go ahead and draw. So it should look like something like this. Okay? You're drawing out your blade and you're interrupting his path towards you. Okay? Now, if you have an opponent who's coming in from the side, what you want to do is, again, you want to go backwards a little bit, not forward as you draw. Now, I actually prefer like this, pull it straight out, and then what we're going to do is we're going to point towards him, okay? Like this. So that way you'll be almost in the same position as this. So as you pull out your blade, again, pull out and forward. Okay? We're going to go ahead and do the other direction. And again, you want to make sure you're going in this direction when you're coming from that direction. Okay? You don't want to go this direction and then pull towards that way. So you want to go out like this, and then you want to pull it in this direction. Okay? As you go this way, that way, it's almost as if you're doing the same horizontal cut. Okay? You're here, you turn, you look, and you step back, and out comes the blade. Okay? Now, if they are approaching behind you, what you want to do is you want to step in that direction because they're coming this direction here, so you want to go again. If they're coming from that way, you want to go this direction when you draw. Okay? So as you draw, you want to go this direction, pull out your katana, and twist your body so that you're facing them like this. I'm going to do it back here like this. You want to go ahead and step back this way and that way. Okay? Now there's two directions, of course. You can go that way, which is what I did here. I step with this foot first, and as I step with this foot, I'm able to pull out like this. Now if you step with the other foot, you can also do it that way, where you're stepping out like this foot. So if you step out with this foot, normally you can twist yourself like this. Now I prefer taking a step with this leg here. So if the opponent's coming from behind me, I usually twist my head a little bit to make sure that I kind of see where they are in my peripheral view. Then I take a step with the opposite foot of where my katana is located. Pull out the blade and position yourself on guard. Okay, I'm going to do that again. Here I am. I hear someone coming, and I turn. Okay? So those are a few different ways of drawing out your blade. When your opponent's coming from the front, the side, back, even on top of you. And there have been cases where people are on the trees, they're jumping down. Well, you know how that goes. These are a few of the different draws that you can use. You should practice that first with a bokken, and as you get faster, you should be able to then execute it with your katana. I'm Master Trainer Jay. I hope this helps. Stay safe out there, follow your heart, and go after that dream. Thank you.